Chapter 1. The first time I flew on a plane, I'll admit, I was scared. When I booked the flight, I researched the plane I would be on, which, by the way, is not a good idea. Wikipedia has some interesting facts about how many particular versions of a plane have crashed and how many people have died as a result. The plane I was going to be flying on was a Boeing 727-200, and it had a pretty nasty history. Regardless, it was one of the smaller planes, and for some reason that comforted me. Why, though? I have no idea. My fear of flying or how many statistics I read on this particular plane didn't matter in the end. I had to go for work, so there was nothing I could do about it. I decided to deal with this the same way I dealt with everything else. I ignored the issue until I had to face it. About a month and a half later, my day finally came. All through the process of packing my bags and then driving to the airport, my stomach was jacked up. I alternately felt like I was either going to throw up or shit myself. Oddly enough, though, after parking and making my way into the terminal, I felt a little more at ease with things. Like a calm had come over me and all my fears and worries evaporated. I have no idea why, though. I found my gate easy enough, and I was early, which is just how I always like to do things. You never know what obstacles you might run into, so it's always better to be early and have to wait than rush and be late. I found myself a seat and prepared to wait. I put one earbud in and listened to some nice soothing jazz on my phone. It was actually kind of relaxing sitting there waiting to board the plane. It wasn't too bad at all. I managed to keep my calmness and my nerves hadn't abandoned me. I felt good. Once they called my row and I gave my ticket to the flight attendant, I was still relaxed. I kind of felt silly for how freaked out I was about going. It wasn't until I crossed the entrance into the plane and saw how small it was that my nerves abandoned me. I've never been one for getting claustrophobic, but I was feeling it inside that plane. With barely enough room to walk down the aisle, I found my seat next to the window and sat down. My entire body felt like it was shaking. My armpits were sweating like crazy. I looked at the currently empty seat next to me and wondered who would be sitting next to me. I breathed deep, in and out, and hoped I didn't get stuck with someone that wanted to talk to me the whole plane ride. I just wanted to close my eyes and pray until this flight was over.